Hi, this is Éric Duhaime for the rebel.media. Today I want to talk to you about the feminists and the presidential election in France. Marine Le Pen might become in a few hours on Sunday night the first woman ever elected at the most important political position in that country. So you would imagine that in such situations, the feminists would be campaigning hard and full-time in favor of Marine Le Pen to make sure that she becomes that first woman, that example, that model. Well, that's not exactly what happened over the last few days. On the first ballot a few days ago, not only did the feminists not support her, but they even tried to deprive her from her right to vote. The Femen, as you know, the radical feminists were there, of course, showing their boobs with slogans, fascist slogans, and masks of Marine Le Pen, screaming, yelling, and trying to block the access to the booth station so she couldn't vote. Fortunately, they were arrested by the police, but we saw those images all around the world, and they were presented as feminists. How could feminists try to deprive a woman from voting and try to deprive a woman from being elected to an official position? Isn't feminist about promoting the rights of women and make sure that women can have access to political position and elected position? I just don't get it. And that's not just the only thing we saw. Back here in Canada, we also saw another feminist, a well-known feminist here in Quebec, who used to be a minister in the National Assembly just in my back. And she was Minister of Culture. She's also been a delegate for Quebec all over the world, very well known. And she was in a debate last night, and this is what she said on French CBC about Marine Le Pen.
Mais la dernière chose que je veux dire, c'est quand on dit c'est formidable, il faut qu'il y ait plus de femmes en politique. Mais hier soir, je n'étais pas certaine. Hein? Bon, parce que faire de la politique autrement, paraît-il, les femmes font de la politique autrement, mais c'était pas le cas.
Isn't it ironic to see women now saying that Marine Le Pen's victory is not a victory for women? Don't you find that weird? Because it's the same people 10 years ago when Ségolène Royal ran as a woman for president of France, they were all supporting her and saying how it would be wonderful for women and for young girls to see such a person access to that position. The same kind of speech that we saw from the feminists with Hillary Clinton a few months ago in the United States of America. They even said after the campaign that if she lost, it was because she was a woman, because many sexist macho men didn't want to vote for a woman, and that's the reason why she lost badly that election. It's weird, but we're not going to hear the same kind of speech, I think, on Sunday night if ever Marine Le Pen loses. They're not going to say that it's because they didn't want to support her because she was a woman. On the contrary, when women are running for top positions, we don't see the feminists supporting them if they're on the right wing. Let me give you a few examples here. Do you remember Margaret Thatcher? And now Theresa May in the UK? We can talk back here in Canada of Kim Campbell in the old days when she became the first women Prime Minister of Canada, or Rona Ambrose, now the conservative leader in the House of Commons, or even Angela Merkel in Germany. And today, Marine Le Pen. It seems that those women, they're not real women. They're men with skirts. That's kind of how they're portrayed by the feminists. But actually, you know what? What we truly see with all those statements and those actions by the feminists right now is that the feminist movement is not defending women. They're not there for women's rights anymore. They're there to promote an agenda, a radical agenda of the left. And this is unfortunately what the feminist movement has become. A facade of defending women, but truly their agenda is to promote the radical left. This is Éric Duhaime for the rebel.media. If you like what you just heard, please share and like.